Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito Into the Spider-Verse. My name's Darian.
My name's Landon.
And today we take yet another step into our journey into the Spider-Verse. And this week, we talk about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Last week, we discussed Spider-Man 1. This week, arguably, possibly better than Spider-Man 1, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't think it's arguable. I think everybody usually consists that this is the better film.
Well, it's got one of my favorite Spider-Man villains in it. Dr. Octopus is like my all-time favorite Spider-Man villain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Which is why I'm excited for No Way Home. But like this movie, it's so good.
Oh yeah. It's really. I mean, the train scene alone is.
That's one of my favorite.
Oh yeah. I mean that's like it. And it's so. It gives you such an adrenaline. Like I feel like heard the best quote ever. I remember where it was from. It's like I feel like I need to take a nap after watching that. You know, I feel like I did all that. But I mean, great movie. I just Sam Raimi. I mean, you are a god.
Let's give the people some context about Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
The 2004 American superhero film, directed by Sam Raimi and written by Alvin Sargent, from a story by Alfred Goff, Miles Millar, I think that's what this is, and Michael Chabon. It is based off Spider-Man. Obviously, it stars Tobey Maguire alongside Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Alfred Molina, Rosemary Harris, and Donna Murphy. We talked about last week, Landon, that you met Rosemary Harris at a Chinese buffet.
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys want to see that picture and the note that she wrote him, you can check our Facebook at the Comic Book Burrito official page. If you don't have Facebook, you better download Facebook just for this podcast.
Yeah.
All right. But this film is set 2 years after the events of the first one.
Yes.
Peter Parker, the film finds Peter Parker struggling to manage both his personal life and his duties as Spider-Man, which affects his civilian life dramatically. Meanwhile, scientist and Peter's mentor, Dr. Otto Octavius, becomes a diabolical villain after a failed experiment kills his wife and leaves him neurologically fused to mechanical tentacles. Spider-Man must stop him from recreating the dangerous experiment while dealing with a subconscious desire to stop being Spider-Man that is stripping him of his powers. Raimi's inspiration for the film came from the comic book debut of Dr. Octopus in 1964, the 1966 story arc If This Be My Destiny, and the 1967 story arc Spider-Man No More. Principal photography began in April 2003 in New York and Los Angeles, and reshoots and stuff. It grossed $789 million worldwide, making it the third highest grossing film of the year. The film won Best Visual Effects and the 77th Academy Awards at the 77th Academy Awards, and was also nominated for Best Sound Mixing and Best Sound Editing. Therefore, it received 5 awards at the Saturn Awards, including Best Fantasy Film and Best Director for Raimi. Considered one of the best and most influential superhero films of all time, its success led to Spider-Man 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel like those rewards are well deserved.
Mm-hmm. Let's just say the star of the show here is Alfred Molina. In my opinion, I feel like they couldn't have picked anyone better to play Dr. Octopus. In my opinion,
yeah. This movie, as a kid, this is more of a Peter Parker movie than a Spider-Man movie.
True.
Almost. I don't know. Would you agree with that statement right there?
Yeah.
As a kid, I like this movie. I don't know why. Well, I'm guessing because this one has less. I don't know. I don't even say that because it has a pretty good amount. I don't know. How to describe it. I think as a kid, I just didn't like it. I don't know why. I thought like 1 and 2 were better, 1 and 3 were better.
This movie has like a lot of great scenes, and one of my favorite scenes in this movie was like right at the beginning when Peter's going to the bathroom in his apartment, and the landlord goes in there for him, and then the landlord opens the door back up and goes, "Rent?" He just like shuts the door on.
Mr. Dinkovich is like the best character ever.
Yeah. Did you know that in Spider-Man 4 they were going to reveal that he was Kraven the Hunter?
Yes, I heard about that the other day. I heard that like a couple months ago. I was like, wow, that is crazy.
I also was thinking, because we get to see again, like, I think he was in the first Spider-Man as well, Kurt Connors. And do you think they were planning on doing the Lizard?
I'm glad you asked that, because no, they were not.
What? Why?
No. They just had him there, and he was not gonna be Lizard.
Oh, that's boring.
No, actually, why? He just wasn't. He was never meant to be. That's what Sony wanted to do, but Sam was all like, "No." I'm doing one million this film. No, the thing is, we'll get to that when we talk about 3. 3.
We did get another Bruce Campbell cameo in this.
Yes, which is. I don't know. Which one's your favorite out of the trilogy? I don't know if it's the conversation we have to make for next week, but
it's
do you remember the third one's your favorite?
Yeah, well, isn't he the waiter in that one?
Yeah, he's the waiter in that one. Is that what seriously
Peter Pecker?
That's right. Parker. That's what I said. Bruce Campbell's great. I mean.
Will he be in No Way Home is the question.
Well, it's actually just a Bruce Campbell movie. That's what No Way Home is. It's just Spider-Man just trying to order a reservation to a restaurant. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Well, here, I'll get into that later. I was going to talk about how Tobey Maguire actually wasn't going to be in this one at one point.
What?
Which sounds crazy because you're having a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man. Well, they were going to recast him. I'm probably, from what I remember, this is just on top of my head. They were going to recast him due to money issues, and apparently Tobey Maguire had like some back issues or something.
Huh.
And take a guess of who was going to play Spider-Man.
Michael Jackson.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal. Which was
okay. Jake Gyllenhaal played in a movie. He played Mysterio, and that's what I know him best as. But he also played in a movie called Bubble Boy when he was younger.
Yes, I've never seen that movie, but I literally have it.
Every time I hear Jake Gyllenhaal, I always think of Bubble Boy.
I think of him and Tobey Maguire in that movie called Brothers.
Well, that might be it too. Just like when you said you said Jake Gyllenhaal, I'll just say Bubble Boy. But then you were
Bubble Boy? Are you kidding me?
I didn't know if you would get the reference.
Oh no, I get that reference.
I was reading, by the way. Let's see. In April of 2002 for this film, Sony hired Alfred Goff and Miles Millar to write a script for the film. In September of 2002, Michael Chabon was hired to rewrite. His draft had a younger Doc Ock who becomes infatuated with Mary Jane. His mechanical limbs use endorphins to counteract the pain of being attached to his body, which he enjoys. When he injures two muggers on a date, this horrifies Mary Jane, and in the resulting battle with Spider-Man, his tentacles are fused together, and the fusion begins to kill him. In the script, Octavius is the creator of the genetically altered spider from the first film, and gives Peter an antidote to remove his powers. This means when Octavius is dying with his tentacles, he wants to extract Spider-Man's spine to save himself. This leads to an alliance with Harry, a detail which made it into the finished film. Beforehand, Harry and the Daily Bugle put a $10 million price on Spider-Man's head, causing the city's citizens to turn against him.
That's kind of weird, but okay.
Spider-Man 2.
How do you feel about that? That's kind of weird.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Here's a Jake Gyllenhaal thing right here. When Tobey Maguire signed on to portray Spider-Man, he was given a 3-film contract. After filming Seabiscuit in late 2002, a pre-existing back condition that Maguire suffered from was bothering him, and Sony was faced with the possibility of recasting their lead. Negotiations arose to replace Maguire with Jake Gyllenhaal, although Maguire recovered and was able to reprise his role with a salary of $17 million.
Woo! That's some money right there.
Let's see. Several actors were considered for the part of Dr. Octopus, including Ed Harris, Chris Cooper, Christopher Walken, and Robert De Niro.
As Doc Ock?
Yes.
I can't see Christopher Walken as Doc Ock.
Robert De Niro would have been interesting.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
I said it would have been interesting. I'd say it would be good.
I never said it'd be good now. I just said it'd be something. I think Alfred Molina kills it.
Yeah.
He knew the assignment and he executed it perfectly. So I mean, I got no complaints there.
This says Molina was cast as Octavius in February of 2003 and underwent physical training for the role. Raimi had been impressed by his performance in Frida and also felt that his large physical size was true to the comic book character. Molina only briefly discussed the role and was not aware that he was a strong contender. He was a big fan of Marvel Comics and was excited to get the part. Although he was not familiar with Doc Ock, Molina found one element of the comics that he wanted to maintain: the character's cruel, sardonic sense of humor.
I mean, again, he killed it. I mean, it was so good. Like, I'm not gonna act like it was the. Excuse me. I'm not gonna act like it was like the best thing on the planet, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I mean, have you seen him in any other movies, Alfred Molina, or no?
No. The only other thing that I know he's been in, I know he's been in a lot of stuff, but I mean, obviously No Way Home, but like old stuff. He was in a Broadway thing for Fiddler on the Roof, I think it's called. But like, I only know that because I saw the behind the scenes video of him singing and dancing. And there's a song for
that. He was in this. I don't know if you can even count this, but he's in Indiana Jones in the.
Really?
In the crap. What's the first one? What's the first one called? It's something. Two.
Huh?
What's the first Indiana Jones movie called?
It's not Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's not Temple of Doom. The Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He was in that movie in like the beginning of it. I don't even count. I don't really count that because he like dies within like 20 minutes.
Oh.
But that's like. I just knew him kind of like that's like another thing I've seen him in, and he's also in Wreck-It Ralph, the Wreck-It Ralph sequel.
He is.
Yes, he plays like this guy that like gives him like a virus on the.
That was him. Oh,
yeah, that was him.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm looking up some stuff about the film. It was a very good movie. Like I said, I liked it better than the first one.
I know it didn't make as much as the first one. It's actually made the least out of the whole trilogy. Yeah, which I'm surprised by, but usually the best movies make the. That's a joke, but like, I mean, I hate it because I mean it's a really good film, and like the score in this one is I love the score in this one. Like this one ramped up the first one and made it like 1,000 times better.
And
I don't know if you can tell a difference, but it mixes the Spider-Man theme and the Doc Ock theme in it.
Yeah, it's got.
I get hyped every time I hear it.
It's got the scene where Harry finds out that Peter's Spider-Man in it, but in the next movie he forgets, right? Or then he remembers or something.
Wait, what are you saying?
Harry finds out that Peter's Spider-Man at the end of this movie.
Yes.
But then the next movie, doesn't he go like in some explosion and he forgets it? Then remembers?
Yeah. So he attacks Peter in the third one, and in the fight he ends up like losing his memory. I can't remember how. Oh yeah, explosion. Well, it's not an explosion. Well, that does happen, but like he hits his head on like a pole or whatever while they're fighting, and he ends up getting like amnesia.
No. Well, I was thinking that would happen in some movie, but
it happens in the third one. You're right.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this movie is really good. Let's hear some reviews. Let me look up people.
There better be some fans.
Let me see what people's saying here. Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 93. But we don't trust Rotten Tomatoes here. Not on this podcast. Audience reviews. Here we go. This person rated 5 stars. Amazing movie. Just honestly cannot tell how much it works for the Spider-Man character. The sequel here shows us how Peter, as the high school boy, is still in financial problems with his life and has to do the challenge of balancing between being a student, working part-time to make needs happen, and then even turn into Spider-Man to catch the crooks who are creating problems as usual. Oh, that's a really long paragraph. They like the movie. This person does. I want to read some bad reviews though. 1 star. There is some 1-star reviews. Oh.
Ooh, golly.
Okay. Isaiah Monteleone rated it 1 star. He said, "Someone told me Superman was in this. This is a lie. Toby hates women and works for J.K. Rowling. People who watch this are sexist and don't liek you. Scared my son to heckery if just show this yacht your children. I will complain to your manager. Shut up, you Karens."
What?
Here we go. This person's rated 1 star. "I can't believe people gave it amazing. All I have watched was lovey-dovey rubbish for almost 2 hours. Spider-Man doesn't even fight more than once. Should have taken a nap instead."
What are you talking? Okay. Literally. Here's the thing. This is what I want. Well, actually, I don't know what I'm even talking about. I don't want anything. Like, if there is something, I can agree with people on probably the worst part about this movie, and this is literally the only worst thing about this movie is Kristen Dunst or like Mary Jane Watson just being like, I swear, she is like so dang hard on Peter in this movie.
Yeah.
You know,
people are saying that
she doesn't know he's Spider-Man and stuff, but like still.
Well, she's mean sometimes to Peter, and like she shoves in his face that she's getting married and ignores him a lot. But then the end of the movie abandons her husband on her wedding day to go.
I know.
All because she found out he's Spider-Man.
Like literally, the only reason why she's marrying that guy is just because she's mad at Peter.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, man, you're a horrible person.
This person said, this doesn't make any sense. They said, "Riddle me this, Batman. If Spider-Man 2 was so good, then why isn't there a Spider-Man 2 too? Till next time, Superman."
There is a Spider-Man 2 too. It's called Spider-Man 2.1. Case closed.
Well, there you go. And this person said, "P.S. Spider-Man can beat Peter Parker in a fight."
Wait, say that again?
This person said, "P.S. Spider-Man can beat Peter Parker in a fight."
Yes, Spider-Man. Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Well, yeah, obviously you could.
This person said, "I like the film, but Spider-Man is owned by Marvel, not Sony." Actually, sir.
What? Excuse me?
That was written 9 months ago.
I hate to break it to you, but
This said, okay, wait, this is new information for me. The original Sam Raimi Spider-Man is generally hated, but I'm going to tell you I don't think twice on a rewatch. What? It's hated?
The first one?
That's what this person says.
The first one is not hated at all.
I don't know. These people are crazy on here, I'm telling you. I can say that as much as I love Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, he's supposed to be awkward. I get it, but he's just like a little too awkward.
He's a little too awkward.
Like there was that one part where at the beginning, where someone Mary Jane was talking to him. She was like, "What do you have to say?" or something like that, and he was like, "I." And there was just like silence for like.
I wonder if you're still in the village. Literally, like, man, this movie is perfect.
It was a very good movie.
This movie is so fun to watch because, okay, I almost grew up or recently have gone really attracted to the YouTube poops of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Movies and all like the memes and stuff that came out of it. I mean, I love it. I get so excited every time a new one comes out. Like, this guy made a whole trilogy and it was Norman Osborn turning into a fruitcake monster.
What?
Yeah. And and it had like parts of Lord of the Rings. Like, it was crazy. Huh. It was like a crazy, I think it was a quadrilogy, actually. It was a 4-parter. Yeah, and it was so good, though. It was so funny. But, what was I saying? I love those. So every time I watch this movie, because I get most of it from this movie out of any of them.
This has the scene that you told. I think you said you told Rosemary Harris about with the umbrella. Her hitting. Shame on you.
Shame on you. I was all like, see, that's some class. I love Rosemary Harris. Yes. Literally, I like what's your favorite part of this movie? That's what I'm trying to ask.
My favorite part of this movie. Probably the train scene.
The train scene.
Yeah, but there's also let's see. I mean, they involve Dr. Octopus. All my favorite scenes.
Yeah, I was gonna say for mine, it's the bank. The train scene's my favorite, but
the bank was good.
Besides like the obvious part, it's the bank.
You know what? Another one. Whenever the doctors were like experimenting on the arms,
that's some straight Evil Dead stuff right there.
Yeah, and, like the arms come to life and like it's killing everybody. It's awful.
Oh yeah. It's. I told you those emotions.
They kind of freaked me out. Those arms, like they like kind of like snakes a little bit. They were controlling him. And so like that, they were like it was like right up against his face, and it was like hissing almost.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
Dude. You see what I'm saying? Like these movies, I get like feels for. Like I get so scared.
Terrified.
Oh yeah, I was terrified as a kid. Like maybe that's why I like to say I got scared too much. Maybe I was just a weak kid. I don't know. No.
Weak.
But I love. That scene's like really cool to watch.
Yeah.
It's still. It reminds me a lot of. Golly, what's that? Oh crap! Never mind. Forget it. Yeah, I don't even know what I was even talking about. But like, it is. That scene's great because like. I remember everybody because they say like the commentary or something, I believe, and they're all like, "Yeah, everybody was freaked out that Sam Raimi wasn't going to do like scary Evil Dead stuff again." Well, we made this thing just to prove those people wrong, or something like that. I'm like, yes, y'all did.
I'm very curious about what Rotten Tomatoes is saying about Spider-Man 2. I just have to say.
I know what they're saying about Eternals. Make you mad there for a minute.
Well, this is anything for you. It's got 93 certified fresh, but audience score is 82.
I believe Far From Home is higher. I think Far From Home is the highest rated Spider-Man movie.
I mean, I'm probably going to rate those movies pretty high whenever we get to them because, I love me some Far From Home. I've seen that movie many times.
I hate it because I do too. I hate it because I like that movie as well.
Just because they're like good. They're like these movies were made when like CGI wasn't all that great.
Yeah, but it's like
now we have good CGI.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, another movie that I'm afraid I'm gonna rate higher than any of these three movies could possibly be The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Hey, Bull, stop with the bull. Don't you dare.
I don't want to. But it's a good movie.
No, it's not.
It was a good movie.
No, yeah, okay. I know you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Just put the bull.
I'm not. It was a good movie. I'm looking up Eternals real quick because I want to know.
Last time I checked,
on Rotten Tomatoes, 60%. Yep. An ambitious superhero epic that soars slightly more often than it strains. Eternals takes the MCU in intriguing and occasionally confounding new directions. Doesn't sound bad to me.
That doesn't sound too bad.
This person says it takes a special kind of movie anti-magic to make an entire audience indifferent to the political destruction of the planet and the elimination of all life and Earth. Eternals manages it. But all these other ones are good. But it says it's a different kind of superhero movie, not to everyone's taste, but made for us all.
It's made for us all.
The film pushes back against the usual complaints offered up by those who harbor a performative disdain for Marvel Cinematic. Anyway, we're not talking about Eternals in this, but like I just wanted to know.
Yes, we're talking about Spider-Man 2, the better movie. Movie.
Hey, you don't know that. Probably.
Yes, I do.
But
I swear, if Eternals is better than Spider-Man 2, I will go eat a whole newspaper.
What? A newspaper?
I need a whole thing of newspaper.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The music in Spider-Man 2 is still made by Danny Elfman, correct?
Yes. The only one that's not Danny Elfman is 3. I don't remember the guy's name, but I know Danny Elfman did not be.
Okay.
How you just did it.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, what we know will tie into No Way Home from this movie. Obviously, Dr. Octopus. We saw him in the trailer, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. The arms are still controlling him in this, and hopefully Toby. And I think that's pretty much it for this movie. People that are going to be in it. I know that Aunt May isn't, and Kirsten Dunst was rumored, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Kristen Dunst being in there.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3. That's just next week. We got Sandman and Venom and the Green Goblin, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm missing one in that.
I'm very, very excited for. What am I talking about here? I'm very excited to talk about 3 because I think I have a lot to say with that one.
We may be able to see if we can get possibly get a special guest in for that one.
Yes, I would like to because he has some words about this movie as well. So
he does.
Yeah, and I have some words to fight back with. So we are ready to fight and kill each other over Spider-Man 3. Anything else you want to throw out here, by the way, for Spider-Man 2 before we're done?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, here I got a little something else. I wanted to point out that literally the emotions in this movie are not the emotions, the music and just every scene is memorable in some way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Opening scene is him. Literally, the beginning of this movie is my favorite out of any of them. You know, he's delivering the pizzas. Because that's all. I mean, that's it. And it really brought me back to being a kid, playing Spider-Man 2 on the video game, and doing all those pizza delivery missions. I don't know. Did you ever have that game as a kid or no?
I don't think so. Well, maybe I may have. I do remember having one game. It was like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the game, but I don't remember what game it was.
Well, it was probably Spider-Man 3. I had to guess.
It might have been. See what I remember from that. Kraven the Hunter, I think, was in it.
Yep, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I guess so.
If we ever get a good setup together, we ought to stream that game. That game's a mess. I love it.
All right.
Yeah, I love everything bad. I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I love everything Marvel. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I gotta say about 2. Fantastic film. Recommend seeing it to everyone.
Now it's time to rate.
Yes.
We rated Spider-Man 1
9.5.
9.5, yeah.
It's both of us.
I want to take that down.
No.
Based off the second one, I want to take down the rating of that one to a 9.
To a 9, okay.
This one is just that little bit much better. So I'm rating Spider-Man 2 a 9.5.
Spider-Man 2 is a 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
No, there's no whoa. There's no whoa.
No, I said whoa like as in our very first 10 out of 10.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Now you're making me think 10 out of 10 is a good idea.
It is.
Okay, well then 10 out of 10. I'm moving back my rating for Spider-Man back to a 9.5.
Put the first one back at 9.5. You can't.
Okay, 10 out of 10. Our very first 10 out of 10 thing. We gotta have some applause.
There we go. I mean, congratulations to Spider-Man 2 for being the standard for what superhero movies should be and the best superhero movie of all time.
Well, that's all I got to talk about with that. I know that's all you got to say. So I guess we get ready to end this out. Thank you all for joining us this week as we talked about Spider-Man 2. Next week, we talk about Spider-Man 3, the final movie in the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi trilogy.
Man, they should have just given up after that.
And then we move on to the Amazing Spider-Mans, and then Into the Spider-Verse, the animated movie, because why not? And then this kind of like an outlier in all these.
Yeah,
but
people consider that to be the best Spider-Man movie, but we will rewatch it and answer that question ourselves.
And then we'll watch Homecoming, Far From Home, and then 2 days later, No Way Home.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yes, but thank you for joining us this week. If you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can hit me up on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404. Or on Facebook at the Comic Book Burrito official page. Very interactive. You can check out the Rosemary Harris picture with Landon on there.
Yes.
And
yes, a very, very dorky picture of me.
Yes.
Looking nervous, all can get out.
What about you, Landon?
Yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also find our official Instagram page at the Comic Book Burrito, but we recommend the Meta page.
No, it's still Facebook right now.
Oh, yeah, is it still Facebook?
Yes, they haven't changed it officially.
Well, we recommend the Facebook page because you get better interactions and better everything.
Yep. With that being said, we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Yeah, see y'all.